Thank you for joining me. I'm just going to do a quick express mini spread today on a current event topic. I'm very curious about this balloon that is floating around America. Apparently belongs to China and has been shot down by America. I find it very strange that all over the mainstream media is the terms and things we're not supposed to say on YouTube, but it's all over the media. So I just feel like things look a little bit suspicious to me, and I just want to do a little deep dive and just see what the cards have to say. So let's ask the cards. Okay, first thing I want to know is, does this hot air balloon, sorry, it's not a hot air balloon, does this balloon, they're calling it a spy balloon or a weather experiment balloon. So this balloon that has been shot down by America, does that belong to China? First thing I want to ask. Does this balloon belong to China? Okay, so that's interesting. We're getting a bit of a split here. So I feel like there's two nations involved in that. Maybe it's not all China because we've got the split card here. Okay, turmoil closer to home. So it's related to something closer to home, which to me is, I'm saying closer to not my home, closer to perhaps America. Okay, and here is the card of the being blindfolded, so it's the Two of Swords in the tarot. And I feel like the situation is covered and not clear. Here we're seeing be seen, so it's asking us to see the situation for what it really is. And it's a stretch, and to me this looks like a balloon floating, so it feels, okay, let's have a little look. So I don't think that was a straight answer on does it belong to China. I feel like there's a little bit more involved, something closer to home, two countries involved, or two situations involved. I don't quite think that it's not a direct yes, that's for sure. There's more to it. So perhaps there's two countries involved in the experimenting or the weather experiment apparently, or the spy. There's maybe more than one involved in this. Okay, and here we've got the lots going on. So there's a connection. There is a connection there. So there's a connection between, let me just tap into this energy. There is a connection between the experimental, the energy of the two countries or the two people or the two nations. There's a lot more involved, and we've got a lot of cards about not seeing the full situation, being blindfolded and asking us to see the full situation. So there's a lot more behind this situation than what we're actually being shown. So what we're being told in the media, there's more to it. Okay, so there's taking a chance, taking a risk. Okay, so next question. Okay, does this balloon belong to America? Let's ask that. Okay, does this balloon that has been shot down by America, I'm just picturing it now to get an idea, does that belong to America? Is that an American balloon? Okay, what are we getting here? So we can get an idea. Okay, so new doors and new opportunities. Something's exposed. That's very, very interesting. Something is being exposed. Okay, very, very interesting. And a nest change. Okay, that's we're getting something here about the birth of something new, because we've got the egg card here and the nest change, which is also about the egg being birthed. So here we've got new opportunities. Okay, so this is very strange. We've got new beginnings, new opportunities. We're unlocking hidden truths and we are exposing something. So that's very, very interesting. I wasn't expecting it to go here. So the question that I asked was, did the balloon belong to America? And what the cards are saying is something is being exposed and we are unlocking the hidden truth behind the situation. And I guess that's what the deep dive is. We are trying to find the truth. Yeah, this one here, while it's called in this deck, I've got it in another deck, and it's called, it's your third eye card. So it's a card about being able to see, seeing things clearly is That's really interesting. Okay, so something new is coming out of this. What is it that we're exposing, and what is it that is the new? What's the new? Is it a change? Because we've got nest change, new beginning. So what is it that's new that's going to come from this? And I guess that's really what I want to find out. What is it that's going to come from this? I don't think the actual event that's happened is the full thing. I think there's going to be more that comes from this. Okay, so it's a two-part thing. So we've got the clocks going as above, so below. So I'm seeing this as the two-part thing. There's two parts to this situation, and we need to look at it from a different perspective. So that's very interesting. So a different perspective than what's being shown on mainstream media. We need to start looking at it from a different perspective, and that is really, really interesting. Here we've got the Hermit card. So the Hermit card's retreating. It's things hidden, like it's in the dark, it's situations that are not clear. We've got some books and some knowledge, and we've got a little bit of dim light in this card. So I feel like, yeah, they're not revealing the full picture to us. I feel like, yeah, there's a lot more to this situation. But what is it? That's what I'm trying to see. Okay, when I first saw it, I thought it might have been something might be released when they shoot it down. Something toxic perhaps could have been released, and I'm just curious if that's the case. I'll come back to the what's being exposed, because there's absolutely something being exposed. It is not the situation that's being shown for what it is. Definitely not. The cards saying that is not the case. There's more to the situation. There's more behind it. We're not seeing the full picture. They're not revealing the full truth to us on whatever that is. So there's absolutely a lot more to be exposed in this situation. What I wanted to ask was there something released when it was shot down? So did something come out of the balloon, or I just wanted to know really if there's, I don't want to be in another pandemic or anything like that. So we've got the bigger picture and moving forward. So moving forward, we're looking at a bigger picture. But the question that I'm asking is was there something released when they shot this balloon down? Okay, it's funny. It's funny. This let me have a look what we've got here. This is a card of releasing and letting go. So it's releasing. It's throwing things to the wind that don't serve us anymore. So releasing something, and I just asked, did something get released? And the card release fell out. Okay, so it's an improving the situation and old knowledge and improvements to the situation. Okay, let me sit on that one for a little minute. But yeah, I feel like definitely letting go of something. I can't see any cards here that are indicating pandemic or anything negative like that. I'm seeing the improvement card, so the card of making improvements. So I don't feel like it's. I'm just going to ask that straight up. Will this cause a lockdown or a pandemic? Having that balloon. Okay, so I see a spiral. It's going to. Oh, okay. We've got the sun and the moon. Moon to me means no, sun means yes. So it's a yes-no situation here, and it's a spiral effect. So it's going to cause a spiral effect. This shooting down of this balloon is going to spiral into something else. What? I don't know. Okay, will it spiral into conflict? Let's ask that. Will this situation spiral into conflict between nations? We saw the card earlier with the two nations involved, and I guess maybe that's what that card could have meant. Where I asked if it was one country or the other, I'm seeing the two, so perhaps it is related to a conflict between the two nations. Here is the black swan. So how you hear that, the black swan event. I think that's something to do with stocks and shares. When I'm not 100% sure on this, but it's something to do with some event triggers like a negative situation. So they call it a black swan event. I've heard the term before. I'm not 100% sure exactly what it means, but we're seeing here and for the world, because the black swan is carrying the world. So these are superpowers. So this is big stuff. Big stuff. That's really interesting. Okay, hopefully it's not a black swan event. Okay, so there's a connection is what it's saying. There's a connection with that, with the... Okay, so there is more to come is what it's saying. Now this here looks like a balloon or a bubble, but I'm seeing the card is saying more to come. So there's more to come. This is not the end of this situation. There is definitely more to come with this situation. Okay, so my fear was that it was perhaps it will spiral on to lead to something else, and again that's what it's saying. So something's being exposed, it's going to lead to something more, it's going to lead to a spiraling of something else. So it's maybe like a black swan event or something. Okay, any question? Oh, and here we've got the Hermit card again. So again, things in the dark, so things behind closed doors, hidden in the background, things that are dimly lit, things that are not in our full picture, things that they're not releasing to us. So it's things behind closed doors, retreating. Let's have a look. Okay, so we're asking about this balloon that got shot down from America. Is there something that you want to tell me about this situation? Let's have a little peek where that card was. That's the balloon again. So the card must be representing the balloon that got blown down. So let's keep that one out because that's the card wants to say that it's representing that situation. Okay. Is there something? What's going to get exposed? What will it expose? What will the situation expose? Okay, we're coming to a crossroads. So it's like it's the start of a crossroads. This is the two of Pentacles. Okay, so and it's about having the bigger picture. Okay, so here's some changes and transformations, seeing the bigger picture and unorganized. So it's going to be quite a few things involved, so it's lots going on here. So it's like it's a crossroads. It's putting us on the point of a crossroad. There's more to this picture. It's asking us to see the bigger picture, and there's going to be some changes that's going to come from this. So perhaps more security maybe, because after all they are saying that it's a spy balloon, so perhaps it's going to be something where we're going to need more satellite security, or here we're life reviewing, we're reviewing something. So we're looking into the past and we're reviewing something. So what that is saying to me is that perhaps it is maybe the need to review security a little better, reviewing, like if there's a black box, reviewing what's in there, but I feel like it's going to cause a review of some sort. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is going to review, but there's some kind of reviewing going on there. Okay, anything else to do with this balloon? So when I asked the question about it being exposed, it come out with the card of reviewing something. So exposing something, reviewing something. Okay. Sometimes it's really hard to make an analytical connection when you're in a spiritual frame of mind. So I can look back on this and have a little bit look into it from an analytical point. Okay, so somebody's working really hard in the background, blindfolds on. Actually, there's a lot of people working blindfolded, so they don't even know what they're working on. They don't even know what the plan is. So whoever's doing, they've got lots of little minions or lots of people working is what I'm seeing. I don't know how this all fits, but it's just the vision that I'm getting. But they're not even aware. They're not even aware of what the full picture of this story is. Okay, again, it's turmoil close to home. So when you say close to home, are you talking about Australia? Because I'm from Australia, so we're talking about, just want to ask the cards, when you say turmoil close to home, are you talking about turmoil in Australia? Turmoil close to home. Okay. Maybe this is going to cause some kind of turmoil with Australia. We're actually only starting to repair relations at the moment with China, so perhaps somehow this is going to cause some kind of turmoil with our relations there. An assistance. Okay, maybe we're going to offer assistance of some sort that's going to cause an issue. Okay, anything else we need to know about this situation? Just want to make it quick. Anything else to know about the situation? I think there's a lot more behind the scenes. Absolutely, there's so much more than what we've been told. I feel like something's getting exposed. This is the mask off, so it's saying there's more to this situation. It's like, will we get to see it? Will we get to it? Will it reveal itself to us? Not so quite sure about that. Somebody may figure something out, but it's not going to be a mainstream, I can tell you that. I just feel like it's masked. The situation is masked. We're not seeing for what it really is. There's a lot more behind this situation.